Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on the Gloucester campus of Rowan College of South Jersey in the Inspira Nursing and Health Professions Center. My name is Susan Nardelli, and I lead the Communications and Marketing for RCSJ. Just a year ago, we gathered at this building to celebrate the launch of the Inspira Pathway to Nursing and break ground on the expansion project. Today, we get to celebrate the completion of the project and look forward to the new students we will be able to serve. Thank you to our elected officials for their continued support. Our Gloucester County Commissioners, if you would. We have Jim, Joanne, Frank. We have members of our Workforce Development Board of Gloucester County with us too, so thank you for your support. The RCSJ Board of Trustees. The Rowan College Foundation. Our premier partner, Inspira Health. And I know there are many of you here today, and also then to the Inspira Health Foundation, if we have any of you in attendance as well, we thank you also for your support. And to all the additional community members and employees here at RCSJ, we thank you for joining us as we celebrate. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Gloucester County Commissioner Director, Frank DeMarco.
That's it? Nobody else is allowed in now? That's just the right amount of people in here. Thank you. Thank you, Susan, for introducing me and allowing me to speak here today. So, good afternoon. I'm Frank DeMarco. I'm the director of the Gloucester County Board of Commissioners, and we're here to celebrate the ribbon cutting for the expansion of the nursing school. Now, over the past couple of years, we've been here a number of times. Last year, we did Pathway to Medicine, where did the accelerated program to become a doctor and at a 1/3 the cost. We did the Allied Health ribbon cutting certificate presentation for the CNAs and the LPNs for our nursing home. Ascended, we did the Behavioral Health and Science Center. So it's only right that we just keep moving forward here. So I'm very comfortable over here. With the addition of 8 new nursing classrooms and expansion of labs, it will not only help provide much needed space, but also expands enrollment opportunities for students. As you may recall, last year with the establishment of the Pathway to Nursing, which also included the respiratory therapist program and the 3+1. And now, with the expansion of this building, we are better equipped and prepared to help solve major shortage of nurses in our region. Everything the Board of Commissioners do in partnership with RCSJ is to meet the needs and demands of our community and residents, whether it's infrastructure expansion or providing ways of affordable education paths. Our goal is to have a supply of high-paying, skilled positions available to the marketplace. This is a great start to the new academic year by providing opportunity for enrollment expansion and having first-class facilities to learn and thrive. We look forward to many years for our current and future students. The stage is set for our students to have access, affordability, scholarship opportunities, and direct hiring by our area hospitals. So I want to say thanks to the people who are on the program. Thank you to Dr. Susan Hall. Good to see you again today. It seems like we haven't seen one another in a little while. Amy Mansu from Inspira Health, CEO. Congratulations, Dr. Keating, the RCSJ Board of Trustees, the Foundation, the administration, staff, and the students. And I want to say thank you to everyone. And now, it is my honor to call up Commissioner Joanne Gattinelli, Liaison to Education, possibly Economic Development too, because these things are all tied together. So, welcome.
Thank you,
Thank you, Director. Thank you as well to inviting me here today. This is very exciting. You know, this is my first year on the Commissioner Board, and what I've seen within the last 9 months and just the dedication and commitment from each of you here in front of us, but getting the word out, seeing what the needs are within our community, and going right for it. The vision, Dr. Keating. We talk about that a lot. It's not just about what he sees, it's what we all see and what we know. So there's a reason why we're here today and we see this expansion. And I am so proud to be a part of this. Even though I wasn't here last October when this started, I'm here at the finish line. And that's where it counts. You see the faces on the students walking in the door. They're close by. This is our community. We're giving back without not necessarily knowing that we're giving back. We're helping the community that's in need, and that's where it begins. So good afternoon. My name is Joanne Gattinelli. I am a county commissioner and liaison to the Department of Education, as well as Economic Development, as Director had said. There is no secret that our nation, and in particular this region, is seeing a shortage of labor in the areas of physicians and nurses. I am pleased that Gloucester County, our county college, and our health providers have been working together to solve this urgent need. This is more than brick and mortar. This is about creating a supply of healthcare professionals to meet a struggling demand. And since I have been on the Commissioner Board, I have noticed that Gloucester County doesn't sit back and wait for others to solve these problems. We identify the problems and we take that action. So thank you to President Keating and the Board of Trustees for your vision to make this happen. Thank you to Inspira for your continued partnership. And I can't wait for all of us to see how this world changes with just this expansion. So thank you so much.
All right, so thank you to Director DeMarco and Commissioner Gattinelli. And next, I would like to call up Dr. Susan Hall, Dean of the Nursing and Health Professions Division.
Good afternoon. Welcome to all of our guests. We're so happy that you could join us here today. Especially, I'd like to do a shout out to our students. We are here for you. It really seems unreal that almost 10 years ago we stood out front and had a ribbon cutting for the first part of our building, and here we are. With so much has happened, as you can tell from our pictures along the boards, that we have our students who come back repeatedly, who are now, many of them are faculty, and we can't say enough about the leadership of not only our county, our elected officials, our guiding leaders at Inspira, and again with our Rowan School of Medicine partners, who they are here today, as well as Rowan University. We're so thankful for your leadership. It's a privilege to be part of an organization that supports our medical and educational partners, that we can extend what we do not only in the classroom but into the community. We know that our graduates are really being educated on the baseline here in these buildings and in our labs, that they're able to take forth that knowledge and skills to take care of each and every one of us. It is by the leadership of the state, county, and here at RCSJ that we've made it possible to expand the Nursing and Health Professions building to continue with that education as we keep climbing those mountains and hopefully meeting the needs of the healthcare community. The growth of the campus over 55 plus years is not only visible on the property, but also visible to our medical community. We have also with us in this room today our healthcare partners within the college who teach the other health promotions and health programs, our diagnostic medical sonography group, our nuclear medicine group, our physical therapist assistant group, and of course our medical assistants in addition. And Dean Satchel's going to come talk about her programs momentarily. We're so excited that our graduates come here with a desire to help the sick and the injured, and they're able to gain that knowledge and skills and go out and meet the needs. Their work begins with hours and hours of studies and guidance from highly qualified faculty, and for that we're greatly privileged to have a core group here at Rowan College of South Jersey that really guides the students to that goal where not only they want to be, but where they can serve. We are very appreciative for the leaders in our communities who help our students along the way, our clinical preceptors. Our biggest, again, partner with Inspira that provides that one-on-one nurse preceptor with that student at the end of the curriculum that can guide them and say, this is what you signed up for. And they show them the good, the long, the hard, and sometimes the very difficult part as they complete that last course in their program of study. John Quincy Adams was quoted as saying, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. That kind of resonated with me when I was looking at a lot of the people in our community that helps our students get to where they need to be. We define our community as not only the college, our medical community, our county leadership, our boards of trustees, our foundations, and of course it goes without saying the wonderful team that helped build this building, working with Brooks Garrison, Joanne Winter, and our team from Oregon, the construction company. And of course, I cannot let this go without acknowledging Mr. Dominic Bersichelli for his magic and how he's able to build that and assist us and support us with the things that we were needed to bring all of these things together in not only the original building, but the new expansion as well. Thank you to those who lead by example. The demonstration of your vision, partnership, and encouragement continues to strengthen the quality of all of our graduates from Rowan College of South Jersey. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you our student speaker, who is known to us as Apple Kerminsky, and she's going to share a few words.
Good afternoon. My name is Tiranud, but everyone call me Apple. As a second-year student in the nursing program, I'm excited to briefly share my journey with you. As you may tell from my wonderful accent, I'm not originally from America. I'm from Thailand, and about 6 years ago, I started my education journey into healthcare when I made a career change to become a surgical technologist. I completed the program offered at Camden County Community College in 2021. And for the last 2 years, I've had the privilege to work as a surgical tech at Inspira Health Hospital. I absolutely love working in the operating room with the different surgical team, and it is working in this environment with amazing people and witnessing the impact we have on our patient life, which lead me to the next phase of my journey, which is to become an operating room nurse. So first, I want to take this opportunity to thank you, Inspira. It's because of their mission to support employee education that it's possible for someone in my situation to take advantage of their career while still working for them. I don't know if I could be in this position right now without having a supportive OR staff willing to work with my schedule, my school, my clinical schedule, as well as the tuition support, which make going back to school even more possible. But I am forever grateful for this opportunity and hope others can do the same. And my goal is when I'm finished the next spring and pass my NCLEX, that I will be able to continue as part of Inspira Peri-Op training program. This building represents RCSJ commitment to prepare us for our career. It's not just a brand new building with classroom, lab, and equipment. It is filled with people who want to set us up for success and help us achieve our goals. Not only are professors knowledgeable as educators, with lots of clinical experience to share with us, to prepare us for the challenge of working in healthcare. But just as important, they are caring people who understand and can relate to the stress we are experiencing as students, as always willing to help, to go extra mile to help us be ready. Over the past year, we face a unique challenge with the construction in our extension classroom underway. The loud noise from power tools managed to find their way into our lecture, lab, and exam. As a first-year student, we already feel the stress and anxiety growing. And as the semester continues on, and of course, the distraction caused by the construction during the school only add to the stress. Despite those challenges, we did our best to stay engaged and focus in our classroom. And on more than one occasion, our professor realized that it was necessary to relocate us to a quieter classroom to minimize the noise. So I want to thank you them for having our best interest as their top priority. And I'm sure it was difficult for them as it was for us. And in the end, we all have this wonderful building with more classroom, study area, and a beautiful garden. So when we are feeling those moments of anxiety and stress, we can have a place to go to briefly, decompress, and better yet, when fall and winter go away, and spring is here again, we can all enjoy having lunch in a nice weather. Thank you again to everyone who continue to help us achieve our career aspirations.
That was wonderful. Thank you so much. And the garden that she speaks of, if we were able to be outside, then you would have been able to see it and experience it. But at the end of this program, hopefully after we cut the ribbon, as long as it's not raining, please definitely feel free to walk out there and take a look at the garden. So now at this time, I would like to introduce Ms. Bridget Satchel, Dean of the Career and Technical Education Division.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is a very exciting time for our Career and Technical Education Division. This expansion to this facility is providing us with 4 state-of-the-art labs for our students to be able to participate in CNA training, patient care tech training, central service tech, phlebotomy, and more. So previously we had one lab that we were using for multi-purposes. But now with this expansion, it is a huge opportunity for our students. Not only is this brick and mortar, it really shows our partnerships with the county who continues to support us, our leadership under Dr. Keating and the Board of Trustees. So we're really happy. And our first cohort of students will actually begin next week. Otherwise, we would have someone having them participate today. But I tell you, we're just so happy and really want to thank the foundation as well, because not only do we have facilities now, we actually have scholarship opportunities to support the students with coming into our training programs. And oftentimes that is a barrier for them. So with the support or resources provided by the county and our foundation and our Workforce Development Board, we'll be able to make them whole. And as many of our programs prepare individuals for entry-level positions. But what's going to be exciting is as they walk these halls, they'll be able to connect with students that are in RN and the other advanced programs. So that will give them an opportunity to see where their next journey could actually be. So just want to keep it brief, but thank you, because this building symbolizes our future and career opportunities in healthcare for our students. So thank you.
Thank you, Dean Satchel. And now please welcome Ms. Amy Mansue, President and CEO of Inspira Health, our premier partner.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here. I must tell you, 2 years ago, we had lots of photographers, signed fancy documents, and you leave those days thinking, God, I hope this works. I am proud to tell you that not only was this a wonderful idea brought together by the right people wanting to do the right thing at the right time. It was supported by our elected officials that allow us to continue to build on this as a model for others to, quite frankly, to steal from. Having the opportunity to have a job is the start of everything. Seeing a pathway forward to future, to employment, to economic security. It's what we all want. It's what we all hope for our children. It's what we all hope for ourselves. And at Inspira, we are blessed with a board of directors who says, not only do we want you to start in one spot, we want you to have the opportunity to do anything you think is possible. The opportunity that Dr. Fred Keating and Dr. Susan Hall put before us created that pathway of really living into that. What could it mean if we provided a tuition reduction on the college's part and a supplement to our tuition reimbursement on the health system's part for that individual person who walks in as a dietitian, as a tech, as a registration aide, in any role, that they could dream that anything is possible for them. We hired 38 nurses out of the 2024 class, and I'm aggravated that we didn't hire more. We have the opportunity now to fill our many open positions because we have so much volume. I've heard from a couple of you today who've had the privilege and honor, and we've had the privilege to care for you. We are growing. We are growing faster than we can staff. So to all of the students I see in the room, we'll have an application with your name on it and a job ready for you whenever you get out. I can guarantee you that. And not just in nursing. In any of the technical professions that we talked about, as a physical therapist, we have absolutely, as an employer, the opportunity to start your career. And the commitment that we have at Inspira is if by chance you decide you want to be CEO, we'll make that happen too. The chance to have the right people in the room, our elected officials who support and see the opportunity, our education partners who understand that we have both an opportunity and an obligation to make sure that we create those affordable entries to every person that wants to go back to school. And for those of us who may not start in one course, they may actually just start as Inspira employees, to give them the chance to dream. That's what this is about. It's about creating those dreams, creating those opportunities, and most importantly, living into them. I have my thanks that I want to give as well. I want to thank Dr. Susan Hall and Dr. Fred Keating for your partnership, for your honesty when we need those what-for conversations, and we've had a few of those too. But most importantly, for always being ready to step forward and saying, what can we do more? You need respiratory therapists, we'll create a program. You need a new tech, we'll create a program. You need an issue with a peri-op to make sure we get more in the queue, we'll create a program. Having that type of partnership is just absolutely the best gift any employer can have, and especially in healthcare. To our elected officials, no matter what we've asked for since we've begun all of the expansion that we've done in Gloucester County, you've just said yes. You've been there with us, you've helped us navigate it. When we have challenges within our programs, you're right there with us. Not worried about who's getting credit, but making sure that we have what we need to be able to move forward, not for us, but for all of the residents of Gloucester County, and for that we are grateful. And lastly, two more thank yous. One, I want to thank my Inspira colleagues who are here. The passion, the love, the commitment they have not only for our patients, but for each other. It is a family. And just like any family, we have ups and downs, we grow and we stretch. Next week, we're going to break ground on a beautiful new building. So for all of you who have been holding it in the emergency department for any length of time, we're trying to relieve that very quickly. And that new building will open doors for more people to be cared for more programs to be built, for us to train more physicians, provide more opportunities for our nursing. But none of this could happen without our philanthropy. And our biggest philanthropist, and who was a gift to so many of us in Gloucester County, Dr. Jim George, is here today. And Dr. George, I just want you to know, every single day that I go by and I see your name on that building, it reminds me that we have more to do. And we are grateful for your steadfast support, for your leadership, and I certainly am grateful for your friendship. So on behalf of the Inspira Health family, I want to thank all of you. I want to thank you for the privilege to care for you as patients. I want to thank my colleagues for the just amazing gift of partnership. And I want to thank our elected officials for the great work that you do in very, very difficult times. It is an honor to work with each of you. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Ms. Mansue. And to close our program, please welcome Dr. Fred Keating, Rowan College of South Jersey, President.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is afternoon, okay. It's been said. Everything has been said and put out there rather well. I'm the closer, so I'll be brief. And I don't want to just reiterate the same litany of recognitions and everything, because I could, and I'll do some. But the idea here is, this was, when we hatched this as a government, as a leader in healthcare, and a faculty of deans now that are working to build what we call a career ladder, because that's what it takes. This was an easy conversation that got hard quickly, that ended up easy, in that the challenge was there, but the players, as mentioned, came in and did their part. Students that are here, this is the future of healthcare. And you don't have to think too hard or read too many things to understand that healthcare is the #1 issue in our society and will never stop from being #1. Everyone is invested in it because your life depends on it. So the idea that this is focused on that, and the shortage is remarkable. And we had a conversation, Amy and I, about the nurses. Now, recognize this, you heard the breadth of the portfolio of the positions we prepare here. This is truly a hospital's nursing and health science college inside a college. But in closing this, this to me is an overwhelming issue. Having to be the privilege of being here to see this go through, the growth, the support. Don't ever take for granted the support that you get. This is not easy to get. A political body in the state, and specifically in this county, with the Bond Act to put this addition on, that's 50-50, 75-25 money. That's county money continuing to be poured into this effort. We're trying today to show all people that this was a well-spent dollar, that we are enhancing human beings, and the ability to survive and thrive in the world in which we find ourselves, which is pretty messy, and that we can do it, and we will continue to train it. And as said, the one thing that happened here that triggered me over the cliff to go and push was a pandemic of respiratory disease that the respiratory department of Inspira came to me and said to others, and Sue and Nick and our cabinet of administrators, there's not a respiratory therapy program in New Jersey. Think about that for a moment. We had a pandemic, but it killed 1 million people for lung consideration or lung disease, and we weren't preparing respiratory therapists. And I visited a friend of mine who not shortly, but a while before that pandemic, had a lung transplant, both lungs transplanted in Pittsburgh because no one around here could do it. That rang my bell. And when they came and asked, and we went into this pandemic, and by the way, we're not out of it, but we're getting closer to at least a tolerable end of it. It was when Inspira came and said that they wanted to do something about that we jumped on, and this was quick. And that building, there's another building here that houses that. So I think what I'm trying to point out is it took a catalyst to push, but once we got rolling, we're not stopping. We have enhanced the quality and the partnership with Inspira and the leader of it, Amy. These are not just two people throwing platitudes at one another. We believe in each other, we believe in the work we do, and the people that do it in the workforce, and the student body. The student body. You are the heart and soul of this institution. The fact that you have chosen this profession, is admirable. I salute you. We need 1,000 more of you. So if you have any friends or neighbors, please. So yes, in closing, I want to thank the same group of people. We too have support. Dave Slack's here, a man who I've grown to think the world of, his family, his wife. And, you know, Dr. George, a good friend who will have his art grace the halls of this building as he has done with the medical school. George Scott's here, you know. The medical school right on the other side of our parking lot is accepting the 4th class next year, which will probably make them one of the largest and is one of the fastest growing schools of osteopathic medicine in the United States. And we're a part of that. So we're working with medical schools, hospitals, and everyone. This is the sweet spot, Gloucester County. So to those of you that have studied here, taught here, the deans and assistant deans, the faculty and staff that have led this program, the partnership, that was the sweet spot. When you can get a hospital network to come together with you and put everything into one package and get this kind of guidance and leadership, and people like Brooks and all that can, like you say, Nick, can you build it? Yeah, how many? Well, yeah, I need it in a year. Well, it's going to take 16 months. We'll speed it up because we're taking in another class and we don't have a place to put them. I say thank you all. Thank you for taking time today to come here and recognize it. We do these things with an understanding that we want to show the world that the momentum is still alive. The dream is still alive. The students are coming. I don't know, what are we up to now? Let's just take nursing as one example, with apologies to every other profession we train, nuclear med, surge tech, respiratory, phlebotomy, every imaging, assistance and all. Nursing. 160. Okay, now how many cohorts? 4?
Well, we have
2 campuses.
PNs to come.
And LPN. So we are going to start LPN here. We have it in Cumberland. When you put this college together as one piece, remember, this is the lead pony, but this is one piece of 2 nursing schools. We are now producing the most. And blow out the building, add 8 more labs, okay. Now we can take more of them. So enjoy the moment. Thank you for sharing it. Thank you for being a part of it, because we go nowhere without this kind of relationship. So we're going to we did this for rain, so I hope you're okay and comfortable. We are going to take you, I think Susan will tell you, to another part of the wing that was expanded for the actual ribbon cut. If you can join us there, please do. And then I think there's some light refreshment, and then we'll all go about our daily deeds. But one more time, thank you very much for supporting this college, the work that we do, the people that come here, most importantly, those that teach here. And yes, we have the sweet spot. We've got the relationship. I'm just trying to figure out what the next one is. Thanks for attending.
Thank you, Dr. Keating. And as he said that it's all been said, Dr. Keating said, my part. But at this time, we are going to all move down the hallway to the new addition so we may cut the ribbon and enjoy light refreshments.
Hey!